Hello again, this is Mr. Rashidi, an EFL teacher trainer and the founder of English Moroccan Academy. In this video, I will discuss the things that teachers should do during the first encounter, that is to say, the first session, and the things that they have to avoid during the beginning of the year. And here I insist on the first session because it's very, very important and crucial for teachers. This video is not for experienced teachers or teachers who have been in the field for years, but it's for novice teachers who will start their career or who will start their teaching journey in September. So we all had this worry or this, let's say, dilemma about how to start or what are the things we should do. This video is for you. Many educationalists indeed have listed a number of things that teachers should do. And this is also a personal effort or what I have learned from my teaching practices and from also some of my friends that have been sharing with me their teaching practices. First of all, I think the first thing that you should do is that you have to introduce yourself. Your students should know who you are. And when we say introduce yourself, it should be done very briefly. You are there just to let them know who you are, and that is to say your name. No need to go in details or to exaggerate talking about yourself, because maybe your students will be seeing it as a way of showing off, or it's not an academic modesty. I will model it, so you can start or you can introduce yourself by saying, for example, you can say, I am Mr. Rashidi, I will be your teacher of English. Or you can say, call me Mr. Rashidi, I am your teacher of English for this year. I think this is very sufficient and very enough for students to know your name, because they will be calling you by your family name, and they know that you are their English teacher. That's it. It's full stop, period. No need to, no need for, details or for much ado. It's not really feasible to be done by a teacher, I assume. A second thing I think you should do is establish a code of conduct. A code of conduct is very important. What do you by code of conduct? A code of conduct is a number of rules that you should stick to and your respective students are obliged to respect, at least while they are in your class. So you should incorporate your students in establishing this code of conduct, and you should make them participate in drafting the code of conduct, because this is very important. And by this you encourage them to know that these rules, they are not just for them but for everyone in class, including you as a teacher and students. For example, it depends on the teacher and it depends on the environment in which you will be teaching, but I think there are a number of rules that are commonly agreed on. For example, the students have to come on time. They have to, for example, if you are using a textbook, they have to bring their textbooks. They should respect their friends. They should not use abrasive language in the classrooms. If they want to leave the class, they should take permission. And a number of things that you think very important for maintaining a good environment. And you have to write it on the board with them, and then you can write it in a banner or something like that, or in a piece of paper, and you can stick it on the wall for students to remind them from time to time if they don't respect them. I think the third point should be you should talk to them about what are the requirements, the course requirements, or the subject requirements. And here, for example, if you are using a textbook, you have to mention it for them, which textbook you are using, and you have to show it to them. For example, you say to them, this is the textbook we will be using, and you have to bring it because it's very crucial. And you have to write it for them to avoid any misunderstanding or something. You have to write it on the board for students, so those who are not really good in English, they can copy it and they know what they have to buy, and their parents know what they have to buy as a manual. For example, you should also mention what do you need a notebook, is it important for you as a teacher, even though for me, and you might accuse me of being traditional, but I think it's very important to ask them to bring a notebook for your class, at least for lessons. So you have to insist on that, and you have to tell them that this is very important. And those who will not bring in the notebooks will be not allowed to attend a class. You also have to mention, are you going to be charging them with homework? What are the type of assignments you will be giving them? Will you give them assignments, and what they need for these assignments or these homework? I think these are very, very important. And when you finish doing all these things, you should, I think, finish by saying to them what kind of evaluation you will be using. You have, for example, if you are using quizzes, you have to explain to them what we mean by quizzes, how much time they will last, etc. Are you going to have global exams, so on and so forth? You have also to mention all these things during the first session. And now let's move on to the things that you should avoid as a teacher during the first encounter. Some teachers, they ask students to, number one, some teachers, they ask students to introduce themselves. I think this is not really it's not really something feasible to do, or something really, pedagogically speaking, pertinent to ask students to introduce themselves. For many reasons, it's time consuming. I mean, it will not add anything to you as a teacher. I mean, for me, this is a personal belief. I think it's not really interesting. You will be knowing students with time, and you will be given a list from the administration, and you will be calling, or you will be checking absence. So with time, you will know the names of your students. So I think no need to ask them to introduce themselves, especially if the class is huge. But if you have a limited number of students, I mean, if you are teaching science, maths, or for example, a limited number of students, it's really, you can do it, and there is no harm in that. Second thing that I think you should avoid is that starting your first lesson, the first session. This is not really, beneficial for students, because during the first session, students should be just listening to you, and they should be involved in how you will be working together as a teacher and students. So you should not do anything during the first session. You should not start your lesson, or if you want to do an activity, just to know your students' level, or you want, for example, to it's a fun activity. You can do that, but don't start the program during the first session. There will be some students, they are late, they have not registered yet, and so on and so forth. So it's not very wise to start your lessons during the first session. Another thing that I want to recommend is that don't be over friendly. Students should not feel that you are very friendly and that you are tolerating so many things. You should be firm, you should be strict, you should be showing them that you are there to teach them, and that at the same time, or equally important, you should not be frightening them. Nobody can deny that. But you should also showing them that the classroom is a place for learning. It has obligations, and it has or responsibilities, but it also has rights. So when you establish this environment like this, I'm sure that you will you have done a great job, and you will be helping yourself in the first place. Thank you so much, and have a good day. And I wish all the teachers around the country good luck. And teachers are the candles that shine, and that help our kids reach prosperity. Thank you so much, and see you later.